the braking system. Been playing around with that now. I'm not entirely happy with AK's way of doing it. So what they do is they put the handbrake on the leading edge or inside, and then we've got this convoluted loop to go all the way round down to the handbrake mechanism which pulls there, which it just doesn't seem right to me. So, and also from our experience with racing cars, you always try and get as much weight to the centre of the car as possible. I know this isn't a racing car, but the same principles apply. So all the cars I've ever built in the past, the actual caliper is being to the front or the rear, and on the front end it's to the rear, so that the calipers are always inside, so there's less weight hanging over the back. Not that matters in this case, because I'm guessing that and that are pretty much the same weight. But what it does mean is that what I can do is I'm going to move that one. Now, first of all, these are directional calipers, so the disc must rotate that way. So I'm going to take that caliper, rotate him over to there, but of course that then means the bleed pipes are upside down. And we've got a, where are we now? I don't know if you can see it. We've got a linking tube underneath. So I'm going to move that linking tube, which will come into focus. Right, I'm going to move that linking tube up to there and the nipples down to there, so that can then go over there. And then I'm going to move that one to that position. But what I expect I'll do is I'll use the one on the other side, because these again are handed. I think they're handed anyway. Just having a look. Yeah, these are handed. So because the cable is below the centre line there, if I take him over, then it's probably going to hit the link for the anti-roll bar. Where if I use the one on the other side, so the linkage is here, when it rotates over, the linkage is going to be here, and I can then take the handbrake cable in and round the back there, like that. So that's what I'm going to try and do now, and we'll see how we get on. Right, that's swapped them over. So I've now got the caliper, but obviously I haven't changed over the linking pipe yet from the sides and put the nipples up there instead. Got the rear handbrake caliper on, and I think that's a much better route. Goes round, I'm going to put obviously a clip on the chassis there, a clip down in there, and then we can clip it to the chassis rail there and take it up to the pull mechanism, which is going to be that in there. And I'm going to make up a new bar to go across the front there. So yeah, I think that's better. So the next task now is to work out how easy or not it is to move over the linking bar or the linking pipe. So that's my next task. Right, well that idea didn't work. Whilst I can undo the bleed nipples, I'm buggered if I can undo those. One undid and it was very tight and almost started to bend the pipe or twist the pipe, and the other one there was just no way that I could undo it. The spanner was slipping, so I did a modification on a ring spanner so that I could get it over and then over the nut, but again no joy on that. So we have a problem, or do we? The actual caliper does have an arrow, there we go, which obviously shows disc rotation. The actual pistons are the same size, and normally you have a directional disc caliper when you've got different size pistons, so that you get even wear on the pads. Now the only thing I can see different here is that in relation to the centre line, it's that way and that way. So they are to the right of the mounting holes. It's fairly obvious to look at it. These are going on the rear. Now most of the braking is always done on the front. So I'm considering fitting them effectively backwards, so the disc runs opposite to what the arrow says. They've got steel shims there and there, so the pad will push against there or push against there, depending which way the disc is going. The fact that I've got steel shims in both of them, I don't see that a detriment. So we'll give it a go and we'll see what happens. So effectively I'm running them upside down in relation to disc rotation.